What is going on, everybody? Welcome to NMIGT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Nice to see you here on this weekend after Christmas. I hope Santa was good, and for y'all that don't celebrate it, I still hope y'all had a good holiday. So, today, we're doing something to Cindy's car. We're not doing it to any of my cars. It's something that she got over the holidays for herself, and I'll let you see what that is. Hold on. In this box right here, I have what is called the Auto Start Stop Eliminator from Auto Start Stop Eliminator. Now, I have that in Nightwing, Jeep Wagon, the truck, and now it's going to be in the Escape. They all install a little different, so I'm going to show you how to install this one in the Escape. I'm also going to put the battery on the battery tender because this one is getting the power saving mode, and I'm going to show you how to erase or clear the BCM, the battery monitoring sensor, how to clear the code in it so that will stop coming in after you charge the battery, and how to charge the battery properly in this car. Now, you can see I'm piecing things together today, so that's what we're going to do. And there is one more thing I want to try. I don't have it hooked up yet. Pam got me this, which is one of those mics that hang on you and can kind of work with the volume a little bit and see if it sounds better the way I'm talking to you now or talking to you through the mic. So we will see what we got going on and watch the intro, and we'll be back in a moment. All right, guys, so with the mic part, we're going to probably put that on hold because I don't know how to set it up to the GoPro at the moment. So take it as it is. I'll go figure it out shortly, and then we'll give it a whack some other time. But we're going to go ahead and move out Nightwing, throw in the Escape, and start getting some stuff done. As you can see, once you turn off the vehicle, it goes into please start ignition. It is in battery safe mode. So what happens with that with the Fords, if you do not drive them for long periods of time, or they sit, like my daughter, she drives back and forth to work. That's pretty much it. So when she's driving back and forth to work, it'll charge up the battery, do what it needs to do, and then it'll be okay for a day or so, and then it'll go back into battery safe mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to fully charge the battery, and then I'll show you how to clear that after the fact. What it is just, there's so much electronics now with these cars that, you know, everything runs in the background. So, you know, it's trying to take updates. It's done this to security, you know, whatever it's doing, you know, the Ford Pass where it could find it anywhere. So there's satellite signals flying out of the car, yada, yada. All that takes power, right? So when the car itself is just idle all the time, it tends to weaken the battery a little bit. And it says the best fix is to take it on a long drive. But she doesn't take it on a long drive, so we're going to go ahead and bump it up a little different way. So that's going to be getting done while we're doing the install on the Stop Start Eliminator. So just wanted to give you all a heads up on that. Obviously, you can tell she's not a car girl. Shit's everywhere. But anyway, just want to give you all a heads up about how to charge this battery. Now, the power side, the positive, will be done like normal. You charge that the normal way that you would do. On the negative side, you see the sensor right here. So what that sensor is, that is for the BCM, the battery control module, or the battery sensor. It's called a couple different things. So what that does is, that's what I just explained to you, right? Where all the little bells and whistles. Once that senses that the battery's going weak, you'll start not being able to remote start your car. You won't be able to unlock the doors on the other side. You know, little weird gremlin things start happening. So what you have to do is, when you charge these batteries, see this post right here? It's before this. that's where you need to charge it, because if you charge it here like you would normally do it, this does not recognize that the battery is charged. So it has to flow through this way to get to that point. So this side is normal, but this side you have to run it off of here. So we're going to go ahead and get that up, and then like again, we'll go inside and get the start-stop started. And just one more thing, I use battery tender as my battery tender, so it works as a charger. So right now it is charging. You can see charging standard 12 volt. You can do different type of batteries with it if need be. It usually recognizes what you're doing. Once this gets to 80%, you'll start seeing this flash, and once it stops flashing in solid, it is full. Now coming over here, just wanted to show you how this monotony started right there, so that way you can see that's how it's supposed to be. You have to do it before, and then at the end of this I'll show you how to clear that sensor. Alright, so this is what comes in the bag. In this box there's a little bag. This is what was in it. You get like a little flathead screwdriver, little pry tool, and the actual unit. Now for this version of car, there is one that has the battery for, not the battery, the wireless charger in the dash over here, which sits right in here, and then one that does not. This one does, so there's two different ways of doing it. So obviously I'm going to show you the way that has this. The other one is a little simpler, that doesn't have the wireless charger. You just lift this up, plug it in the bottom, and then close it back up. This one you have to kind of wire it over there. So we'll get into that here in a moment. So we'll start taking this apart and showing you what it needs to be done. And people that use the forward pass, as you can see, battery saver mode, and then it'll let you know, but you can't see the stuff with your car. You can't see the fuel level, all that gets kind of washed out until your battery's up to par. So, and then you get the notifications, got messages always on this car, Cindy's car has been disabled, blah blah blah, at this time just take drive, yada yada yada. So that's what we're going to fix today. So you'll see at the end of this, that'll be gone. All right, so the first thing you got to do is pry this part up right here. They give you a little pry tool to get this up, and you got to move this forward. So once I get that pried up, I'll show you, and then you need to take this mat out right here, because down here is where the battery is. Why do I keep saying battery? The wireless charging pad. And that's where you got to connect stuff to. So once I get into that, I will show y'all a little more. These things don't take very long to put on. Okay, I hope y'all can see this. Let me see if I don't have lights in here. So I got that out. All you have to do is put these in, push it forward, and slide it up, and that'll get this out of your way. I unplugged the parking brake, so that is pushed out of the way also. Now what you got to do here, the wireless charger, there's a little clip right here. You got to push forward and up, so that'll bring the battery itself, see, I keep calling it looks like a battery, that's my problem. So that'll push up, and then the wiring back there that you need to get to. So I'll get to that real quick. All right, here is the wireless charging pad. So that is the clip I was talking about. So you just got to kind of push it in and up, and then that comes right on out, and then it has that connector there, which you're going to now set up the new connector to. Okay, with this harness, you'll see there's a male end and a female end. So you just got to make sure you put the right ones on the right side. It only fits one way. So this is the wireless charging. So you got to plug that in there. And then where this plugged in under here, which I know the lighting is terrible, but it's right here in my hand. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. That is where you plug the other end to. All right, once you get it in there, you put it back and reverse engineer it. So you go ahead and get it wired in. You kind of shove the wires out of the way, put back your charger, and now you can go ahead and put everything back together. Okay, so now that everything is in, you got it down, you got everything off. So you want to go ahead and just get it to act like it's going to start. And as you can see, it is now off. So what that function does, now it gives it that button a memory. So now anytime, you don't have to turn it on and off like you used to now. Now it is off until you want it on. So anytime the car turns on, that's what you're gonna get. So just wanted to let you know about that. And that is now complete, and she'll be straight with that. So now just waiting for the battery to charge up a little bit, and we'll go ahead and show you how to get rid of the BCM. Okay, so what you need to do to reset the BCM on here, so you put your car in accessory mode, let it get started, you turn on your headlights, they are now on, you flash them 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you hit the brake 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then over here where the battery light is, if it's done correctly, you will see the battery flash 3 times, and that way the BCM is now cleared. 1, 2, 3, and now we are good to go. You should not go into battery safe mode. It shouldn't do anything crazy anymore. So that is how you clear the BCM. Everything's a cheat code. And what doesn't complete a car girl's ride with some kitties that hold your stuff up when you're going down the road? Yeah. And now that you can see that the BCM is cleared, the exit lighting is on. Little keypad works. It gives you the entry for a little while. So the car is functioning back to normal now. And like I said, sometimes it's the duty cycle of the battery or that BCM. It'll time out. The battery will still be fine, but the actual BCM will read like there's an issue. So you have to clear the BCM and then everything will start functioning fine. Now the battery was a little low, so I still have it on the charger, but it's still fine for what the car is. So like I said, that's kind of up to you if you want to go further along. I'm just going to go ahead and fully charge it up and be done with it. But yeah, that is that. All right, everybody, that is the video for today. Short and sweet. Like I said, we did a little install of the auto start eliminator for Cindy's car. We showed you how to clear the BCM. We put the little kitty purse hangers on the back or backpack. So yeah, we've done a little bit of work to her car today. Again, not much to record today and whatever. I just needed to get that done, and I thought I would just throw it out in a video. And if y'all have any suggestions about things that y'all want to see, let me know. But let me circle back real quick. So every install is different for that auto start eliminator. So on this car, you saw it was in the center console. And this one, it was under the steering column, so you had to take down the steering column. Under that one, it's on the little kick panel under the steering wheel. So that's where that is at. And on the truck, it's right under the dash, right next to the OB2 sensor. So they're all a little different. The little makes are different too, but you know, just want to let you know they do work. And I did have a problem with the one in the Jeep. After a year it went out, I hit them up. They sent me one back right away, and then I had to put that one in and send them the old one. It's not like we'll send me a broken one and then we'll send you a new one. No, they send you a good one, make sure it's working correctly, and then going from there, you have no issues. So I definitely buy by that. If you have the auto start and you don't like it, look them up. They do have all sorts of makes and models. It took them a little while to get the Escape one. I don't know what the hold up with that, and the Bronco were kind of the same thing. So we'll go from that point on. So if y'all like this type of video or don't like this type of video, just let me know. I know it's not normally what I do, and it's not on a car that I normally work on, but you know, sometimes that is life, right? Have to take care of your kids even though they don't want you to take care of them. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of your holiday. New Year's is around the corner. Let's start it off with a bang. We'll see you on the other side of it. Peace.